How do you make a hit record? Today I'm going to answer this very important question. Let's go. Hi, my name is Terry, and welcome to the Artists Against the World channel, where we help you overcome overwhelming odds to make your dreams come true as rappers and artists. Today I'm going to answer the very important question. How do you make a hit record? Now, after this video, please click the link below to get 5 free beats. I like giving free beats to rappers and artists. Go get yours. Now, to get on topic, here's 5 ways, in my opinion and in my experience, you can go about making hit records. First, follow popular song structure and trends. 2. Clone or copy hit records in your genre. 3. Genre bend hit records from other genres into your own, so you introduce something new to your genre. 4. Record references 30 times plus in order to get to that creative space of creating something new that will be a hit. And 5. Create a viral moment around the record to make it blow up. So number 1, following popular song structure and trends. So basically, there's a lot of types of music out there, and a hit record is basically a type of music that most people like gravitating to. And research has shown that though there can be so much variety of music, the music that become hit records, they're very similar to one another. So what that means is that for the mainstream, they tend to gravitate towards a certain style, a certain structure, a certain format of songs that are very accessible to them. And because of that, they will follow and listen to that type of music, and these songs will tend to become hit records, okay? So if you want to create a hit record, what you have to do is listen to the popular songs and trends in your genre and follow the format that they're going after. How long are the songs that are hits? What structure are they employing? Are they doing verse first and then a hook, or are they coming up with the hook first? What types of beats are they going with? What types of BPMs are very popular at the moment? What flows are dominating the game? The rhyme patterns, what subject matter is dominating? So basically, assess the market for what's working, what's successful, and replicate that in your own music. Follow that in your own music, right? Number 2, cloning and copying hit records in your genre. Now, this goes a step further than the first one. You know, the first one, you study the market, and that informs your creative decisions when you're writing songs, producing, and just creating a record. The second method here of cloning, how this works is you take hit songs, particular hit songs, and you create variations of them, and basically you're cheating your way to another hit record. Like, if a song has already worked, if you create a variation of that song, it will also work. It's most likely to work as well because it's basically the same as the song that worked before, right? So how would you go about doing this? Well, let's say from a producer standpoint, you take a beat that worked, that's very popular, and basically you take that beat and make it the foundation of your production, right? And then you add more to that beats. Maybe you add more melodies. Maybe you create a different breakdown in the drums. Like, you basically add production around that beat that works, and then when you get to a point, you take away that original beat and you're left with all the stuff that you added around it, and all that stuff basically now becomes its own song. And now that song is a new song, technically, but it's based off of a song that worked. So it has that same energy and substance to it. You basically cloned the hit record, and now you write to that song. You can do the same thing with songwriting. You know, you write to that song and you release that song, there's a good possibility it will work because it's a new song, but it's based off of a hit that worked. And it's not straight up copying the hit. Like, people won't immediately get that these two songs are related to each other, but they are. Another thing you can do is you might pitch shift that new song to put it in a new key so that you basically get people off your trail that that song that you're putting out is the same as the hit that already came out. Let me know if you guys need me to show you how I do this, how I would go about doing this. I would make a tutorial video on that specifically. Number three, genre bend hit records from other genres into your own genre, and that way you'll create a hit. So this is what people used to do in hip hop in the 90s a lot, by sampling records that were hits in classic R&B, classic blues records, and sampling them into hip hop songs by just making hip hop drums around the samples. And then these songs would also become hits. And it was a formula that kept working over and over again. And basically this works for the same reason the last method that we talked about works, is that a hit is a hit. And if you come across with a continuation of that hit, it's probably going to be a hit as well. So you might take a song from pop or blues or country or R&B, and you might do the same method of creating production around that song, right? But instead of creating production within the same genre of that song, let's say that song, that reference that you're taking, let's say it's a country song, instead of continuing to add country melodies and country drums around that song, maybe add hip-hop melodies and hip-hop drums around that song, and then take that song out, and you're left with something that constitutes a new song. But it's based from a song that was a hit record, but people won't know that. And you can pitch bend that, or slow down the tempo, or make the tempo faster, do certain things that will trick people and not get people to understand that you are basically deriving that song from something else that was already a hit. Okay, this method can work as well. Number 4, record references over 30 times plus. So when you're writing songs, right, and you're recording like the ideas for how you're gonna attack the song, the flow that you're gonna use on the song, a lot of people just might go at the song one time and then they stop and then they just write to that. Don't do that. The brain needs a lot of iterations in order to get to that point where it starts tapping into the creative juices. So if you're recording references and the different flows you're about to use on a record and how you're about to attack the record, freestyle over the same beat at least 30 times or more than 30 times, 30 to 50 times. The first 20 times and 30 times you attack this record, you'll be thinking in the box. You'll be giving flows that you heard from other rappers or flows that you are already known for. After the 30th time, when your brain is tired of following the rules, thinking in the box, and your brain becomes tired, your mind becomes suggestible, and the subconscious starts working, this is when you start becoming more creative. So you'll come up with flows that is very different from flows you've ever heard before. And you'll attack the song in a new creative way that the first time you attacked it, you would have never thought about that. And so by creating this whole new vibe, it's likely to become a hit record because no one heard of that before, and you're introducing something new to the game, and it can become very popular. And now finally, the fifth way to get a hit record is create a viral moment around your song, right? So drop a lot of content around your song to trigger the algorithms online to get a lot of exposure for your song. Or drop content that is engaging content that people want to share and talk about. You don't necessarily have to troll or anything like that, but you might have a very interesting story around a record that will catch a lot of steam that people will want to talk about it. Okay, so by talking about that story, then that song gets more exposure, then that song becomes a hit, right? And that's it. So to recap, 5 ways to make a hit record, 5 ways I use are: follow the popular song structure and trends of your genre in that point in time. Number 2, clone and copy hit records in your genre using the method I described. Number 3, genre bend hits from other genres into your own using the method that I described before. Number 4, record at least 30 to 50 references when you're songwriting or putting down the flows that you're about to use for your song to get to that creative space when you're creating something new after your 30th and above iteration. And number 5, create a viral moment around your song to get it to become a hit. Now, thank you for watching this video. Click on the link in the description to get 5 free beats. Comment below what you'd like me to cover next on future videos. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.